Oh, you sound a bit tired, dude.
I'm alright.
Maybe we had
I'm
some really
just,
too intense games.
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what the teams would prefer. Like, so far the bans are exactly the same as the previous game. Only difference is that IG gets first pick as opposed to Vitality.
Mm. Also, okay, we talked. I know you mentioned that Bobacar cannot be banned, and they even gave him his trademark hero, the Ricky. So they weren't too afraid of that. But hey, you did question before in the previous game. Where was Magnus? We now have it, the XXS Magnus, and we've seen it before, especially several times, and at start at the finals. Magnus for an XXS is a hero which you should be afraid of, but I'm surprised that Vitality actually gave it away. They also first picked the Jug, which I know we kind of doubted, but it worked out in game two.
This is a bit of a different situation though. They already see the offlaner, or most likely the offlaner from IG. And as they proved last game, the axe wasn't actually too big of an issue. I'm really not sure why, but whatever they did was amazing, I'm sure. In this situation, it feels a lot safer, and it's also like a pseudo deny pick.
Whoa, this time
Same
Dogfight, so
thing
we
with
played the
that.
Ricky. Yeah, you don't want to give that to Bobacar, but opens up Earth Spirit, he can still play that. We can also see that Pause for Sand King come out.
Neither of those are like as good when you play with a mag though. Like Monkey King and Ricky are your two ideal 4 position supports with a mag. They both scale really well.
No, I mean,
Because normally what
Earth Spirit's
IG
okay,
do,
right?
I mean, Ursa's fine as a support, but
Mm-hmm.
it has no synergy with the Magnus in terms of the empower. It's purely the stuns, etc. Because normally what IG do is they have one hero that is really strong with empower, which is normally Burning's hero, and then they have some kind of playmaking hero. And then instead of letting their mid laner get the benefit from empower, they use Bobica as like the secondary empower unit, and it normally works for them. But with those two supports out the pool, there isn't really a good option for that. So I'll have to change up slightly, but I'm sure it's not an issue.
Well, okay. They pick up the Troll Wallet for Burning. I think this is one of the very few times that they actually just pick up the hero for him pretty much in the first phase. Usually, like I said before, we are so used to seeing him in heroes like Lifestealer, Ursa, and Vengeful Spirit. These are pretty much the bulk of the heroes which has been picked for him. Like most of the games, he plays these three. The occasional Sven against a Jug. I thought they would have considered that as a pick, but maybe later on. But alright, iG.V, they're gonna ban out the Bounty Hunter this time.
Yeah, Sven's not so good when you have mag on your team. It's like redundant at a point. Whereas Troll, he scales so well with empower. You'd almost rather have this hero when it's enabled by the mag. And banning the Wyvern's super smart.
Dude, it's gonna happen. Can you feel it? I feel the meeple coming, man.
As I said, I wish I had your Optimus and Twitch. I really do.
Okay, for those of you guys in chat who don't know, I mentioned before, like Troll Wallet with Fervor, Battle Trance. You imagine all of this, and you add a meeple into the equation, you've got like the ultimate pushing lineup. I mean, the downside is your meeple would be like struggling. You as a pause 5, you'd be thinking, who do I save? Even if you have a dazzle, but still, hey, you have like 5 people banging into you with Battle Trance. That's not fun. That's a lot of damage, no matter how tiny your base damage is. So, okay, we'll see the third pick coming out. iG.V, no surprise that they take out the TA. Well, we saw IG. OP had a really good early start. He had a deso by like, what, 13 minutes, going around shredding apart Super. But iG.V, I felt like, some people would say, okay, yeah, it's kind of cowardly, they're playing too passive. But to be able to dodge fights like that and still get your farm, that's actually some high skill.
Yeah, it's the entire reason they won that game. When the TA was really strong, they gave minimal amounts away to her. And then by the time she came banging on their high ground, they had their plan in place. They executed it well. It worked. IG didn't have a plan, or at least execute as well.
It's never fun pushing into Ravage, that's for sure. But now the Witch Doctor comes out.
10 seconds.
I like this as a pause 5. It's just that in terms of the stun, I always question it because I guess I don't usually see Witch Doctor ganking that much. Like, it's not a hero which you would think about as a reliable stun. That's not the first hero which comes to mind. You think Venge, you think Lion, stuff like that. But IG, we'll see what they decide to pick up for Baboka this time. I'm also interested to see whether they will still go back to the Phoenix or Q. We haven't really seen him on that many heroes, have we? And besides Disruptor, Phoenix, what else have we seen him on?
The occasional Venge, Rubik.
Yep, they do go back for the Baboka Earth Spirit. Rubik, oh yeah, Rubik as well. Would Rubik be a good pick here? That's the thing. I think it's alright. You've got some pretty fun spells to steal.
I think I'd rather have a different hero. You just...
10 seconds remaining.
It's hard to explain, but I wouldn't want to play Rubik this game.
Tidehunter again. iG.V are out here to prove you wrong, PQ. They're like, we think we need to boost the win rate for this hero in competitive Dota. We're gonna do it. We picked that watermelon. I could eat a watermelon right now, actually. But...
don't make me hungry, man.
Now, we've been through this several times. The only downside is none of these heroes really suit food. Like, you see Tide, you think watermelon. You think Spirit Breaker or Earthshaker, you think beef. None of these heroes remind you of anything else, man.
Magnus could be beef.
He's not a cow, is he? He's a goat.
He's close enough, man.
He's close enough to a goat. He's like...
okay, whatever.
But
He's
like,
still an animal. We can eat him.
The funniest phrase I've ever heard from a classmate of mine who was... Okay, he's from China. I'm not being racist. I'm not kidding. He said, we Chinese people will eat anything which has 4 legs. So he basically... You know, it's like one of those cross-cultural mods you take, and he's basically giving a presentation on how he's eaten like more than half a dozen different types of animal genitals because it's part of his culture. So I don't know, man. It does make you cringe a bit sometimes, but you do what you gotta do, you know, when your culture's moving up in history.
That's a weird and wonderful place. People have their different interests.
You've never seen it before, have you? Like in the extremely rural parts of China where they have like bees or frog wine, this kind of stuff. You've never seen it before.
No.
Take a trip.
I've never traveled there.
Take a trip there one time, and in the mountains or something, in the villages. Very different from the city life.
Sounds like fun, actually.
It's kind of creepy too.
Great.
I mean, I told you before, like how you see like fried scorpions even in the city. I think I've seen like fried cockroaches. I know in some of the Southeast Asian countries like Thailand, you have like fried ants, and I have a friend who says it tastes like chicken.
A lot of things do taste like chicken, though. It's really weird.
No. You're just saying that.
No, lots of things do taste like chicken.
Did you just assume the taste?
No, it does.
Okay.
That being said, I'm not that exotic when it comes to my meat selection. It's normally like steak, gammon, chicken, pork, beef, you know, the standard.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Anyway.
We're back to the game. Yes, I think we've kind of sidestepped a bit, but all right, guys.
We didn't miss anything, right? It's just a drafting screen. You guys don't need us to talk. Your 9K Twitch chat, you know what's going on.
No, they go back for the Phoenix, and the Death Prophet comes out for OP. So, I mean, they already know that iG.V is going to be playing around this lineup, and I don't really see the synergy though behind like a Death Prophet with a Magnus. Like I know an RP into Exorcism, but Exorcism is not like a super huge nuke. It's to a certain, it's kind of like damage over time. But they take out the sniper. IG
look
take
at it a different way though. Like, look at how the DP wants to play. Same thing with Troll. They want to get in a position where they're able to get in the front line, siege the towers with right clicks, and in DP's case, Herald. And the way IG deal with that is they jump on those heroes. Magnus is then there to counter-initiate, and that's how the synergy works between the heroes. And I think what iG.V did this game, picking the Tide 4th into the 3 heroes they had shown, was really smart because of how it worked last game. IG were looking to do a similar thing, just in a slightly different manner. But the last 2 picks from IG have made me think the Tide is less potent now. Like, Phoenix is really annoying to fight into, especially with how Ricky and Tide work. They don't really right-click that much. They do damage to heroes, sure, but the egg is going to be a huge annoyance for them. Same thing with DP. Like, she's extremely sustainable, and if they ever commit onto these heroes between the 3 backlines, it's going to be awkward for them. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on the Ricky to get the vision on the right kind of heroes to enable the jump. Because you don't always want to initiate with a Tide. It's similar with Meg. You want someone to start the fight off for you and then
10
get a bigger
seconds
ultimate,
remaining.
which
Oh.
IG have. And now they back off for the Deucer, so instead of looking to be proactive, they just are happy to play reactive. But I'm not so sure you want to go late game against IG's draft.
They can try.
Double Ravage is a problem for sure, but I don't know. I always liked Troll against the Deucer matchup. Maybe I'm wrong.
I feel like a refresher would seem a bit better on Magnus just because he has the skewer to counter. Like you have to take that into account. And okay, I don't mean to make you hungry again, PQ, but this is basically like team meat versus team vegan. IG Vitality being team vegan. IG vegan.
Where do you get the team meat from?
Earth Spirit looks kind of buff. I mean, all of them are actually quite plump if you think about it. I mean, maybe not
10
DP. You know, she keeps the
seconds
figure, but everyone else on iG.V looks extremely starved. Witch Doctor. I
5
mean, come on. You're like
seconds
Fnatic's Miracle. He does look like a Witch Doctor. So you kind of make that reference, you know?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Let's go with that.
I can see it for some of the points you made, but it doesn't ring true with everyone, unfortunately. Like Tide, I don't think he's vegan.
He's the exception. He's converting, dude. He's changing. He decides to make healthier life choices so that he gets picked more. Hey,
Oh, but-
people do that. People do that.
So I hope he doesn't get picked more. Eat more shit, dude.
I think you mean
Yeah,
like
if-
have a steak. I'll take steak over a salad any day.
Oh, I was gonna say what decent human wouldn't, but then I realized there's actually
Oh,
like
oh,
plenty
oh.
of vegetables.
Hey.
I shouldn't say that.
You might trigger someone in Twitch. Who knows?
Personal preference, like meat is the core of the meal. Everything else is just what my food eats to be able to get to the plate in the long run, right?
Mm-hmm. And alright. I don't think there. Okay, we think about it as well. Like, let's think about players. I don't think there are many like vegan players. That has to be something. It has to mean something. I only know
Yeah, because
monkeys.
vegans are normally just like they're not concerned with video games. They're like healthy people and shit. Video games are not for healthy people most of the time.
Okay,
Vegans are like active.
okay,
most of the
name one
time.
player who's vegan.
I don't know.
I only know monkeys. Monkeys from okay, he was from Complexity. Yeah, I think he's the only vegan player I know. I don't think anyone else is.
I know plenty of vegans in real life, and none of them have any interest in like video games or anything because they're all active. You know, they're trying to be healthy, sports, that kind of stuff.
30 seconds to
The
battle.
two don't intertwine very well.
Oh, Dogfight's already taking care of that ward, and yeah,
That's a big deal.
yeah, I know what you mean because I have a friend. One of my juniors, she ended up becoming like what Miss Universe for Singapore or something like that, and she's a vegan. So I guess that's what you mean by active.
Yeah, they're not sat inside on their computer for 12 hours a day playing Dota. That's for sure.
The battle
I know Crip's a
begins.
vegan, but he doesn't play, so...
Crit's vegan? I didn't know that. Oh shit.
No, Crip, not Crip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Criparian.
Okay.
The resident sleeper of Twitch.
Now, dude, shots fired.
Hey, I like his stream.
Someone else's stream, which is also pretty good. You guys should know him. It's Febby.
Oh, Febby's actually such a clown. We need more people like that in the scene.
Especially in C as well. You don't see many players who market themselves as personalities, but Hovel in the middle lane. Oh, with the Soul Siphon, paparazzi. One more click, bang! First blood going the way to OG. So Tentacles win.
Yeah, tentacles do beat snakes. And that's a really big deal as well. Like, they got the D-ward mid, which is something that normally allows your Deucer to play a lot safer.
Mm-hmm.
And instead she just ends
bottom
up
lane,
getting caught out.
XXS getting a bit low, but looks like he will get out just fine. Witch Doctor just being a pain, trying to zone him out.
Yeah, I imagine he'll get at least his levels down here. Shouldn't be too bad of an off lane for him.
Witch Doctor.
Whereas on the flip side,
Mm-hmm.
the Tides opted
They
to.
want to try again for
Complete-
dogfights. They know that he's there. They have the whirling access, I think, but he's just going to blink strike away. They have the dust, but now it's too late. Yeah, I was going to say, like, regarding the Witch Doctor part, he can zone out quite decently, but because his stun is not very long, it's very hard to kill the Magnus.
Yeah, he's more of a deterring hero than he is a killing hero. Like, he trades really well. He's also one of the supports that you feel like you can have a lot of impact on as the fights start happening. I know why we don't see this hero anymore, but it still does have a nice place. Also has some nice synergy with the Deucer.
Oh, Spirit. Baboka, he wants some revenge. He wants to make up for the previous game. So he and Q, they're going to come to the mid, but Witch Doctor, I'm pretty sure he senses the danger. They even put him behind to babysit the Deucer. If you can kill the Witch Doctor as well, that's pretty good, and I think they will find it. Baboka going in now with the Spirit Siphon. They don't care. The Coconuts are going to go around bouncing, but it's only level 1. Nothing you can do, nothing you can run from. Actually, I take that back. Paparazzi still lives. He's going to pop the salve, and now they're going to try for a bit of a turnaround, but there's just no more stuns. So... alright, keeping the Witch Doctor there turned out to actually save him, that casket, man.
Yeah, it's good heads up play, and probably communication on their part. Because at the moment, they can't really do anything to this Riki. Like, after the one dust attempt, I think they're realizing it's a lost cause trying to kill him. We might as well just move our supports around. And normally you net that kill on the Deucer when there's no reaction.
And her CS is really starting to be affected, because you can see in CS 9-2 on Deucer. Death Prophet's pretty much almost double that, and even having the level advantage as well. So do you think this is a Midas game for the Medusa, like especially when you want to scale late, since it looks like they want to challenge IG late?
I'm never been a fan of Midas Deucer. I think she just gets way too much value from stats. I think like Dragonlance, Manta, etc. is the way to go.
Ooh, they pop the dust top. Dogfights actually jukes it. Wow, he's being such a pain in the ass. Like, he's getting such good EXP from this lane. Baboka hasn't been able to find anything.
Yeah, they're being really, really efficient. Like, they're massively out-leveling them right now.
Do you see Tide returning back to the lane? He has the raindrop, he's level 4. He should be quite hard to kill.
I don't think there's any reason to when the Ricky's able to sit here and get experience while the Tide can... if they feel like they can get kills because Phoenix is super squishy, then yeah, sure.
Q. Oh no, gets out. I think if you hit the cloud...
he's dead.
Is he? I don't
Yeah,
think so.
look at this.
Oh wait, yeah, sorry, I was looking at the wrong hero.
Anchor
Bang.
smash.
Smash that chicken.
Alright, it's a Phoenix, dude. It's not a chicken.
He could be chicken. I'm thinking KFC. Sorry guys, I'm just really hungry right now. I haven't eaten yet. Alright, and so 1-1. The score is pretty evened out. And yeah, in July does go back to the lane.
If they feel like they can put pressure on the troll, then they're willing to give up the economy game, which I think is fine. At the end of the day, it's a really good start for them getting this amount of levels on their 4th position and their offlaner. Whereas for the main IG squad, their 2 supports are lacking behind, both in farm and levels.
Meanwhile, middle lane, you know, they did force Paparazzi out. You can see Death Prophet still has that level advantage. It could be level 6 soon. But now going here into Paparazzi, just siphoning all of that life away. 1/3 of her HP gone. Looks a bit scary. And OP, I don't think she really can solo kill Paparazzi, but she's doing a good job at zoning her out. Like, Paparazzi is strong, he's usually the aggressive laner, but in this case, OP's like, nope.
You can't be aggressive with Deucer in this matchup, unfortunately. You're at the luxury of your supports. If they help you, then maybe. If they don't, then you're on an island.
Just look at dogfights right now. Oh no, the gush comes out. They will find themselves Baboka.
No. Oh, you're dead. What a surprise.
Alright, looks like they want to... They're thinking about Q. Dogfights has a cloud. So... does he want to try for this? But the TP's coming in from Baboka, and all he has is... Tidehunter. Actually, hold on. I take that back. Looks like...
The joke's coming.
it's going to be a party top lane. They have Sakata. He pops the Mango. Where they find Burning? Oh, nice kick, but it's okay with the Omni Slash. They take care of Burning. Looks like they want to find Baboka as well, trying to cancel the roll. He doesn't have a TP. He did TP to the top lane. Don't forget that. And now they're going to just dive him. Oh, I like this coming up from iG.V. They rotate Sakata after getting the Omni Slash. And meanwhile, middle lane shouldn't be getting solo killed. Have we ever been so wrong in our lives? And OP, man, just taking care of Paparazzi.
Who's we?
Okay, my bad. No.
What the fuck, dude?
I was hoping you didn't catch that.
Radiant's bottom
Unlike some people, I listen to my co-caster. You know?
Ouch, ouch. Oh,
That's not directed at you. That's
I know.
There's some subtle flame to some other people, but
Ouch.
that was
are
exactly
fortified.
what you want to see from your safe lanes in this kind of meta game, especially when it's Jog. You just TP to the off lane, you get involved, you pop your ulti early, kill the enemy carry, and unfortunately, iG's getting a good amount of
Wanna go
tower
into
damage
burning.
off of this trade.
Can they kill him off here? I think they can, but they don't know that XXS is around. Does he have enough
He
for the
doesn't
RP
have mana.
though? Oh yes, he should be popping the bottle soon. I don't know. He's taking this very closely. He might just think about the skewer instead onto Injuly, who is almost level 6. Think about going for it right
Yeah,
now.
DP's
Oh,
here.
oh, he hesitated. Go for it now. Yes, now he skewers him back. He doesn't have a Ravage just yet. Of course, now here comes the Exorcism. Here comes the crazy Ghost Lady going for the Soul Siphon to Sakata. And of course, onto Injuly as well. We'll get the double kill into OP. Will he find a third though? Sakata is right there alone. Golden Kitty gonna keep him alive, but that should be the tier 1 tower. Do they chase this though?
Dire's
Boka?
middle
Only
tower
level
is
2.
under attack.
What a rotation coming up from OP.
Dire's structures are fortified.
That's,
Radiant's
that's
bottom tower
exactly
is
what
under
you want to
attack.
see from your DP as well, getting active early and using Exorcism to net a tower.
Radiant's bottom tower
So it's
has
kind of
fallen.
just like both teams trading a bit of a window there. But Paparazzi gets what, just over half of the mid tower down, so it's not too bad for Vitality in that sense, because they didn't lose cores.
And in July, ooh, they take care of Q top lane, bit of help with dogfights. So not all is lost. They are trading quite nicely now, of course, to get the stuff from Boka. Body block kicks Paparazzi back in. Doesn't have a Stone Gaze with the Spirit Siphon. This should be more than enough. Supa's looking for the casket. It's going to bounce around, but that'll be more than enough to kill Paparazzi. OP gets himself a mega kill streak. And now he's going for Super. He's like, I don't even care about your tower. Crypt Swarm.
He has
well
no
done.
reason to.
He doesn't even care. The phase boots, I like this a lot. And this just means that OP, the return of Death Prophet, and now we see why teams start to ban him out a bit more, especially in the Chinese region. With
Well,
Burning,
Burning
he's very
dead.
low. Dogfight. Burning. I'm surprised. Ooh, the tricks of the trade.
I do my work at the cutting.
Alright, so Team Vegan and Team Meat, 6-6, and you can see why it's so dangerous to actually farm those ancient, or this particular ancient cap, the ancient prowlers.
That was just a bad read by Burning, and Dogfight's punishing pretty nicely. Him having like the early levels and the tiny bit of farm from the lane getting him face boots has made a big difference. He's actually a really annoying threat to deal with now.
You want to go right here one more time for the Phoenix? No, you can't get 6. Not today. It won't happen. In July, of course, he's going to get himself to a good mech timing. Level 4 in the Anchor Smash. I want to talk about Burning's build though. He actually didn't get any points into his Battle Trance. He maxed out the Fervor, 2 points into the Whirling Axis. Is this just a pure right-click build?
The Fervor max is becoming more and more standard from what I've seen, and when you've got a mag on your team, having that just increases your power farming. So that makes sense.
Okay.
And to be honest, Battle Trance it's okay for farming, but you mostly want it for like towers, objectives, and kills. And as far as the kill front goes, they don't really need the extra attack speed right now. So
Alright, let's look back at Paparazzi. Net worth, definitely he's half the net
he's
worth.
sad.
He is. And it's so, especially since like I'm so used to seeing him always in front. I never see him at the back. He doesn't like it from behind. So,
Dire's bottom tower is under
okay,
attack.
with the Exorcism back up, do you see, IG pushing for a tower soon?
I think they definitely could. This Deucer is extremely useless right now. She's just a glorified range creep. That being said, they don't have RP for 60 seconds, and their supports... Well, Q has managed to get level 7, but Earth Spirit's still pretty far away.
Dog, playing around with Burning again. If he can leech EXP,
Dire's
he's just gonna right-click
tower
away.
is under attack.
Wow, this is annoying. But over there, okay, Sakata getting Baboka. rotating very, very aggressively, and they want to take the top tier 1 tower. They have the Ravage, so it's, I would say it's very, very hard. You can't really tell who has an edge in these team fights, do you? But Q, he's going to immediately Icarus dive away. The courier is actually really low. Micro, Sakata, you're not getting that courier. And Q with level, you know, he has the egg, so he shouldn't be dying here. But OP, you stepped up into the air. Do we have a silence? No, we do not. I don't think he's really too afraid. He's going straight for the Spirit Siphon onto both heroes. With a nice casket, and of course with the Exorcism, can he kill Sakata the TP out? Yes, he will. Now it looks like they will get super.
Is it just me that like struggles to see the Jug TP with the spin animation from the cannon?
You're not the only one. I thought as well that he wasn't TPing, and I was like, okay, he's accepted his fate. But with the level 1 EXO right now, IG, they will try to get a bit of chip damage into this tier 1 tower.
And now we get to see if Vitality want to fight with the Ravage, which I
masses
presume
of
they will.
TP. Cool.
It would be really silly to let this fall. Especially when you just finish a mech on Tide.
Yeah.
And while the Deuce is suffering, the other heroes are doing pretty well. Like Tide's had a really good game, the Ricky's had a really high impact, and the Jug's farming pretty well. And his Omni just came up, so they're about as good to go as you could hope. And any space they can give to the Deuce is going to be really important. She needs catch-up time, and she'll only need like a few minutes to get the few thousand net worth back, especially if they take a tower.
Also worth
And
noting,
she's got triple ancients coming up.
Magnus actually almost has a dagger, 1700 gold already, and Dogfight scouts it out so he knows. And I'm not sure they kill XXS here, he's too near the tier 2.
I think they just mostly want the push. I mean, if I actually show and try and fight them, I think it's
If they kill him here,
sure.
with the death ward committed as well, they will find an XXS, and that's going to delay his blink dagger timing a while more.
That's a really big kill. I'm surprised they're even showing heroes up here. This feels so risky for them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I feel like they get more value punishing the Deucer, but hey ho. If they end up trading their mag for their tier 2 not taking any more damage, I suppose it's not too bad.
Alright, so 9 to 7, net worth. Do you feel like any of these teams are actually in a comfortable spot? Who's about to hit their timing soon?
I think IG's at their comfortable... Sorry, iG.V are at their comfortable spot right now with like the Tide having his mech.
Oh, look at this.
The
Look at
Jug.
Dogfights. Look at Dogfights. The Spirit Siphon's up with the silence as well. The Crypt Zombie might be enough damage. He knows where
Kill the
Dogfights
chicken.
is. No! He did it again for the second Crypt Swarm. Burning actually killing off Paparazzi around the ancient stack they knew. And oh, that's gonna cost them. Dogfights won't get the courier snipe. He's gonna take the long way back, and IG gonna push for a tier 1 tower, get whatever siege damage they can. This should be a tier 1. They have the EXO, but RP is down. They committed that for the Medusa.
This is kind of what I expected them to do when iG.V showed top in the first place.
But in July, he wants to use that Ravage. He wants to Ravage them. Coconut bouncing around. Now they pop the Ravage. Only connects onto one though. Not that spectacular. And the Yule steps up into the air, dodging the cloud. Straight to the chair, doing a bit of damage. And Death Prophet using the wand will try and get out. Actually, went. Wow. The Death Wand is going to pong into burning. Now going with a big egg. Can they bring it down? I think they can. Yes, they will. So very, very easy here in IG. This is going absolutely wrong. Everything is going wrong. XXS, please don't die here. You're 200 gold away from a blink dagger. You already died once, don't make it a second. And burning into Vlad's should be just farming up.
That was a disaster for them. Like, I don't think the DP knew about the Yules. The diffusal, and he popped that on the Yules, made it like a lot shorter, which brought them so much damage onto her. And without the RP, like I really don't think IG can take those fights. Because you need that to protect the egg. That being said, without a blink, it's not the easiest thing to protect, but I think that's their major problem with that fight.
But they're going back for round 2. They want to smoke, they want to fight, especially since XXS.
No Ravage as well.
Oh, yeah, but he doesn't have a blink dagger. I thought he did. That's why they went for the smoke. But looks like they want to smoke into Roshan, and now they're going to bump into the whole enemy team right here. Nice kick onto 4 heroes. And the Sunray, but Toe Super, if they will bring Sakata down as well. No agent to deny himself to. The right click will be more than enough. And can they find Dogfights? He did snipe off Q at the back line. Poor Q. Do they have Dust?
That's a very small consolation though.
Roshan. No Rabbit.
Like if they lose Roche, that's huge.
Siphon. Eat that fish. No, they go back inside. Let's look at dogfights. He doesn't want to get too close to the tower. Another RP. They're pushing back in. Oh, the dudes at the stone gaze. Triggers them to stone, but they don't have enough damage. Paparazzi will go down. Dogfight's gonna blink and the Dusted Park onto him, and OP's gonna be around the hunt. He wants to kill them both. He wants to kill Dogfight. Crimson will finish him off. Might even find Super as well. This should be the team fight off. They were looking for Yusuf up into the air, and Super goes down to Rex Success. So that's his blink dagger for sure. And the Roshan to boot. That's a full team wipe for IG.
Well, everything bad that just happened to them is completely undone. And considering this is something that they really might be planning ahead of time. They know that Ravage is a ginormous cooldown. They trade / lose a fight, and then they just punish them straight up. And what a punish, like taking the Roche on top of that. 4 kills? I think it was like 6 in total over the entire engagement.
Let's talk about this Solar Crest and DP. Like, I don't think we usually see this item. We usually see like
broken item.
I don't know. Usually you see like going for maybe I don't know, a mech or even an Octarine or BKB stuff like this. But going for the Solar Crest after the Yills, is this okay? What's the synergy between this item and the hero?
Seeing double.
It's just a good item on the hero overall. Like if you're against melee physical damage cores, ranged physical damage cores, it gives you so much effective health pool. And if you're ever on the aggressive, it also gives you minus 12 armor, which DP's physical damage from exorcisms pretty good. This is something Envy used to do a lot back before. It was kind of in between when Solar Crest was really, really broken and where it is now, which is still pretty broken apparently. But it's just a good item. Instead of buying the plate mail towards the Shivas, you spend a bit of extra gold, you get this.
Right.
I think it's really smart.
And the next question, how do you see these teams fighting now? I mean, obviously if you're Vitality, you want to dodge the fight. You don't want to fight into an Aegis. Troll Wallet's actually really farmed right now. Bottom lane, I mean, I said they don't want to fight, but Paparazzi about to go down here. They commit the Magnetize, Burning gets a few bashes in. Down goes Medusa. And yeah, I mean, you have the Ravage, but you keep holding it. Like, you can't find any favorable engagements. So, what's up with that?
Well, around the Roche pit it was on cooldown, so there was no way for him to use it there, and now it's at a point where the other team has the Aegis, and one of the biggest counters to big teamfight ultimates is either play around them, like IG did, where they take a trade and then play around it, or you get Aegis. Especially with Magnus. Burning has 10k net worth, but he hurts a lot more than a normal 10k troll would.
You get 2 towers in a minute, and they can go for more, especially if the Aegis, they know that there's no way IG Vitality actually tries to contest them. So they have to give up these objectives while trying to get the better trades, or whatever favorable trades they can get. So, okay, Vitality, they have a lot of catching up to do, I'm not sure how. You just wait for the Aegis to expire, then, even then, how do you try to fight? I'm pretty sure the net worth, yeah, they're behind by quite a bit.
They just want to drag the game out as much as they can, I think. Like, the nature of their draft is... I think almost the nature of any Dusik draft, if you don't get ahead early, is naturally defensive. And when these 2 heroes get their items up, they have to make a lot of good plays with them, because I don't favor their supporting cast doing too well this game. With how far behind they've fallen, I don't think it's easy to make plays on Ariki in these fights. If you can kill Phoenix or stop him egging, that's like the biggest impact you can have.
Go, where are you going? I think he's about to pay for his life. That roll, Dogfights was stalking him. And if the dev what, they will get the quick kill into Baboka. But I don't think IG really cared. The willing access connected, no they did not. And of course they try to cut the trees, but that would be the tier 2 tower going the way of IG.
That's still a good pick for Vitality though. The 2 supports getting in on a kill that they had no right getting under normal circumstances. And they defend their tier 2 at the same time with the burning TP. So just overall efficient.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So right now, Dusa's catching up kinda like okay-ish, considering how far behind she was. She's up to 8,000 net worth, Dragonlance, a Yasha, but those aren't like really wow items. But Boka's looking for Paparazzi. If he can find the kick hit, the silence is going to break the trees. He should know that Paparazzi went to the right. He does have a TP. But then July is here. They're going to try and bait things out. Q the Sunray. Really nicely done. He did use the Magnetize, but Boka just going to put another rock. Paparazzi. No, he doesn't have anything. And XXS trying for the skewer. Breaks a ton of trees, and that's all he will break.
Oh, that was so close. And in the end, Vitality just end up buying a bit more space. The Jug's farming Ancients, meanwhile, the Dusa gets to rotate down here.
Alright, so XXS. Haven't seen any more wow factors from him, but now he's gotten up to the point of a Midas for a while now. It's going to start helping him scale better. Tidehunter does not have that luxury. He's still trying to get into his own Blink Dagger.
It's just the nature of the heroes, like... Mag doesn't need to do much more than blink, RP, and power. That's his game plan.
They look like they want to smoke. Oh, dogfights! He broke the smoke! He broke the smoke, they popped the dust! Dog!
They were so slow with that dust.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's a disaster.
They were definitely not prepared for that. And that's good heads up from the Ricky as well. Like, he's done really good job this game of being in the right place at the right time and offering something to his team, whether it's information or kill potential on like overextended supports.
But Baboka is still on the, he's still smoked up. He can try and place a ward here and there. Well, Burning, gets a greeting from the Ricky. They pop the scan, won't find them, and they'll just go for another tower. As long as the exorcism is up, they can't find into this just yet. Especially now that Troll has a BKB. Ravage is not going to be much of an issue, neither with the Cloud.
No, and the DP's also really tanky now. They're at a really good spot on IG. Their supports are... but their cores are doing really well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Burning's just been farming up a storm, giving them power as well. He just takes care of Ancients all the time. I like how they just take up the Ancients, block out the Ancient one in the Radiant jungle, clear the other Ancient camp. They know for 3 minutes that's going to cut down and starve out iG.V. So if you're iG.V, how do you even distribute the resources of the map right now? It's just so little.
Yeah, and they're going to do Sung Jug in that order.
I'll take that as tribute.
So the other 3 heroes, I suppose the Tide's actually the most important right now until he finishes his blink. But after that, he's just going to be waddling around while his cores get farm, I think. If they feel safe enough to split the lanes and have one core in each lane, then he'll get some priority, I suppose. But
Gold for me.
Okay, so let's just do a quick recap on the talents for the heroes. Let's see, Troll went for the armor. Okay, I have to ask, regarding Troll, do you usually go for agility or strength? I know some players, they actually will take the strength over agility, just for the extra tankability, but what do you think about this?
Completely game dependent, honestly. In this situation, I kind of think of it how I think of the Slack talents. Like, the lifesteal one is technically more valuable than the 15 damage, but there's something Arteezy said that really made a lot of sense is Slack has no synergy of lifesteal, at all. It doesn't play with the hero. You just want to do as much damage as you can to the backlines and kill people as quickly as possible. Troll's similar. You don't want to stay in the middle of the fight and tank out. You want to get as much value out of your right clicks as possible. And in this situation, you get 50% more value out of your agility. So that makes a lot of sense. And then the second tier talent is completely garbage.
Do they have the silence? No, they do not. They pop the dust. They know the dogfight is there. The kick off the mark. His legs weren't strong enough. And okay. I like the logic between what you just explained. Also, I just was looking at why is OP so tanky? Then I was realized he went for magic resistance, not the spell and the cast range as well. So Spirit Siphon actually is really annoying. And there's very little that, your Jug or your Dusa can do.
Now, his main goal is going to be getting the move speed. The talent is really value. It's a shame it's on the same level as the cooldown reduction, but I suppose that's what we call balance. And with the sick amount of move speed and the cast range, it's really easy to get siphons off and keep them going.
Alright, so I would say a bit of a stalemate for now between both the squads of IG. But it looks like iG.V, they're done waiting. They want to make something happen. They will go for their smoke play. But the wave is kind of pushing in a bit. They go to the Roche.
Yeah, they're really scared about the Roche. And IG have this read pretty well. I think they know that Vitality are making the play to step towards the Roche pit, and now they can hopefully intercept. And their team fight is a lot stronger if they get it off.
They're walking in, and I'm pretty sure they know.
Shadowblade on Mag as well. So if they don't have sentries, he's going to get a really easy initiation here.
Going for the flank around the smoke breaks. They should know where they are. IG, they put a ward down. They see it. Paparazzi. Now popping the stone gates as well. They need to lock on iG.V, but in July, actually not turning them to stone. Tanking up the Omni Slash, Death Prophet, and the Death Ward to boot. Yo steps up into the egg. Not actually gonna fall just yet. Now the Ravage will come out, and it's gonna be pretty big. But Magnus, where's their RP? It's never gonna come, is it? But it's okay. Sakata will go down getting bashed to hell by Burning, and Burning's gonna go bash in July as well. It's okay. Down goes Q. In July, bash, bash, bash. Bash him again. RP. Alright. Dog fights, and now he'll find Paparazzi. I like this. Diffusal pickup here for Burning. He's gonna find a third. Triple kill for Burning. It's gonna be a 4-for-3 trade. The tower, while the creeps are pushing in, that could even be a tier 3 tower. There's no buyback at all on these heroes. Okay, now they're going to buyback.
Yeah, they've got it on 2 cores, but these heroes do not want to buy back. Like, that is a really sad buyback.
Burning's like, I don't care. Come at me, bro. Oh, had a bit of lag over there, but still, Burning. Wow, he gets the tier 3 tower. Don't underestimate this troll. He still has Empower on him, so his damage is really strong. And then of course they can just go straight to the Roche pit. No Ravage as well. No Omni Slash. Is there any chance that iG.V has contesting this Roshan?
Maybe Burning A-clicks the Aegis.
Maybe. If he does it,
if not, then
scripted.
The best bet is Ricky somehow stealing it.
Ricky, he wants to find Q. Will he find Q one more time? Burning already gets himself in Aegis. He's going to walk back out. Rocket's going to be off the mark from Baboka. But okay, now they want to go into Sakata. Casket, bounce around a bit more. Dogfight's killing off Q at long last, but now take a look for a bit more. Baboka rolling in. One super, will find super. Will he find in July as well? I think he can. He has diffusal charges left. 5 more. Skewer forward. Doesn't really get the slow, but it's okay. They will have more than enough damage in July. Creating whatever space he can, and he will have his Walk of Shame into the creep wave and die. So splat, 3 for 1. And iG.V, suddenly, it all looks so close, it all looks okay. You know, they could have played the patience game again, but IG says, screw it, we're going straight for the first lane of barracks.
And considering they have Exorcism available, this could very easily be the game.
And RP in 10 seconds.
Yeah, they just go bottom now. They can clean up the second set. They don't have Tide to worry about for 20 seconds. When he is up, Ravage is also available, but 2 sets of racks down. Sure, you have a Turtle-ish lineup with a Deucer, but the game ain't gonna last for the hero to get to that stage. And that's all what the DP last pick. You just set the tempo of the game to be a lot faster than what iG.V wanted to play at. And their lanes went pretty well, barring the mid lane, and I don't think the hero would have had too much impact even if it had a good start. It's just scary. Like, this is why a lot of teams ban Mag against IG. It's not even like he's had huge RPs or good skewers or anything, it's just the nature of the hero. It puts so much pressure on you to play against.
Empower is a really strong spell, and I think it's also just the fear factor, just having the threat of a potential RP coming in on even a solo core who doesn't have buyback. These kind of tiny things, they do add up. It affects your decision making, and yeah,
it's huge.
It is. It's way bigger than most people give it credit for. But now IG, they have a very comfortable lead. They're gonna look to take the second shrine, starve out them a bit. Starve out Vitality a bit more.
Did you mention Burning has a butterfly now?
Oh damn, no I did not, okay.
Well, he just got value town pickup, and they're also gonna...
They'll find Sakata, okay, where's the bash? Bash from me senpai, bash! No, the diffusal purge. Burning, go back
Burning,
in.
you suck.
Oh man. Okay, that sounded like a... If I didn't know better, I would have thought that you were someone from Twitch.
He just needed to click his bash button and he'd have got a kill, but he didn't do it.
Oh well. Hold on, Sakata finds OP. The coconut's gonna bounce around on OP. No, so Yu's attempted to dodge it. Actually, he's gonna get pushed back down the 4-staff away. But looks like he will die anyways. And now the egg to the backline doing quite a bit of damage. The Ravage has already been used. And now the RP onto Sakata. Where's the bash? Okay, doesn't really need it. But the burning will just right-click him down. Nice and easy. No buyback on the Juggernaut. And they're gonna look for a bit more. This Dusa. Oh, they ping him out. They know he's there. The TP's coming in for Baboka. Paparazzi. Where do you TP to? Okay. Oh, they find him. Actually, no. Baboka. Oh, okay, they still get the kick. Dogfight is going to get himself a nice kill, though. Can he kill Paparazzi? Popping that Stone Gaze. Needs to TP out. But Dogfight isn't
They're
done.
buying a lot of time.
Dogfights, do you want to take the risk? You have the gem. This is not a risk you want to be taking.
No, it is, dude. Fuck him up. Make the play.
Oof.
Do it. Do it.
There we go. One more.
Phoenix is super tanky though. He's an extra shrine. The chances of him getting the kill by the shrine is like nil.
He still could go for it right now. They're trying for a courier snipe. Yes, to get the vision and to kill him off. But Dogfights is just like, I'm thinking about it. I don't want to go. Doesn't really know where to go. Alright, so now he's just going to have to go take a bounty and content himself with that.
Death's
And now IG, they have this window where there's 1 minute left on the Aegis. Burning's BKB is back around. They know there's no Ravage from iG.V. They also know that Stone Gaze is on a fairly short cooldown. And while they don't have RP or Egg yet, they'll be quite happy with that trade. Because all they need is Burning to hit towers. And they're going to be really,
Hold
really
on,
happy.
they found themselves one target. It's going to be in July. Do we get a bash? Maybe the Exorcism will now be popping coconuts, bouncing around. One to Burning and OP. That's actually a pretty big casket. And Burning gets quite low. They can actually force them back in. Maledic is also doing quite a bit of damage. They gush to Burning, so he has to back off. OP is going to stand in the front lines with that Spirit
Aegis
Siphon.
is out in like 10 seconds. He needs to burn this.
They need to take the tier 3 tower. XXS. If there ever was a time for a magnificent RP, now is the time. Burning's gonna get healed up by the Sunray. XXS. Do they go? I don't think they do. XXS is still waiting very also patiently. And they're just gonna back
The
off.
Exorcism's just about to tick out, so it's the safe play to just wait that 70 seconds.
He actually
Take the
has a
shrine.
refresher up really soon on the Magnus, so they could be waiting for that. They don't have to take any unnecessary risks. I mean, this game is pretty much theirs to lose, so just go farm up a
He
bit.
just bought something. He got BKB. Okay.
Oh, that's even better. So
Yeah, it's ending the game item on top of Burning finding a DD rune. If they want to use this, they can, but as I said, Exorcism being on cooldown probably dissuades them. It's not like they've got any more items to pick up though, unless Burning wants to upgrade his Diffusal Blade. Not really sure what else he's going to do with the 4k gold.
Moonshard.
Yeah, Moonshard. That's a good shout actually. Or you could sell the Blads.
Go for a Satanic. That could give him much more. He can also get.
He's got MKB in his quick buy.
I mean, he could also like get rid of the Sanjin Yasha. Like they don't. The item only scales you so far. I mean, he already has
It's
an
better
MKB.
than Blads for sure.
Yes. So now they'll smoke up. XXS. Shine for me. The smoke's already broken. They won't find dogfights, but now looking for the RP. They want to go straight into the Dusa. The Stone Gaze is going to be there. Now they're going for the Ravage with the BKB pop and the Egg. So it's going to juke everything. What? Dodges. And Bobaka's going to die, however, to Sakata. So now they want to keep on going to Spirit Summon. The RP onto 3. XXS is showing up. But Smoke Cloud is going to be there. Omnislash splashing around the Sunray and burning all of them down. He's going to skew 3 heroes back up. And Burning will find Super. Will he find Paparazzi? Visualize. Probably going to get toasted down. Fried Salmon. No Salmon. I don't know. But Paparazzi, he's going to die right here. Dogfight, nothing he can do, and Q will get himself a kill. Now they need to kill Dogfight, Medusa will buy back. But what else can they do? They have nothing left in the tank. They take care of the range tracks. With the Exorcism up, they can just go straight for this third lane of barracks, and they can just open the Megas. I think this is game.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
And even if they kill them, like, Burning can just buy back the POTN.
Oh, bash, 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 Paparazzi. What? Burning doesn't even care at this point. He's like, thank you, Sakata. Bash, 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 bash. Give me a bash. Give Betty a bash. One more. Dang. Q burns him down. I think this is it. Paparazzi also going to go down here. Yep, this is GG. And of course, they will take the Titan as well. Dive him. Dive him. There's a dive him. And get Super as well. Yes, they will. Get Super. Into like, wait, why is Super? Oh no, the Coconuts and the Death Ward. Well, they actually kill OP, but it's okay. The GG drone animation will come out. Ah, that was sad. I actually wanted them to die.
You're evil, dude.
I'm from C. We are all evil. We'll fountain dive you every chance we get.
Yeah, that's everyone in every pub game ever.
You have to go over. No, I'm talking about fountain diving even before the game is over.
Yeah, that's every pub game ever. At least that I seem to play in. I don't know. I fountain dive all the time. It costs me a lot of games, actually.
Ah, the could.
But in the end, this was like a really close series between these two. Obviously, they're going to scrim each other a lot. They're sister teams in China. That basically means practice partners. But in the end, I think it really just came down to like some kind of panic pick from Vitality in the end, where they got this Deucer, and it didn't really synergize with how they ended up wanting to play the game. Like they kind of have these three semi-aggressive heroes, this one big teamfight controller, and then they just backed off for this really passive hero that didn't give them any form of initiation, and IG rounded their lineup out with something that just gave them the ability to push towers and end the game earlier.
So, I mean, one of the good things about this game, like you said, this is why teams ban Magnus against IG. They also need to consider banning out the Death Prophet next time, because you can't just put all the emphasis into Boboka. But let's just face it, I mean, even at that Roche pit where they team wipes Vitality, he had a 4-man kick. That was basically a Ravage. It's like he told the Tide, here, let me teach you how to do it. This is how you do it. And bang, they won the fight just like that. So, I mean, this was a good game. Great team fights. We also saw some great individual skill plays coming out from both sides. But any last words before we close out this series to go on to the next?
Which is the next series? It's EHOME.
EHOME versus LGD.
That should be pretty good. I haven't seen either of those teams play for a while.
Whew, it will be. So, I mean, CTY, he's kind of been a bit shaky, but alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was the conclusion of the series. This is only the first one. We will have a second coming up, LGD versus eHOME, next on the mainstream here on Beyond the Summit. So,